lifetime warranty on everything I'm about to say, and it's a name that we know and love and trust in the kitchen for years and years and years. Cuisinart. This is a huge knife set if your knives are dull, if you have a bunch of them but you really only use one over and over again. This is a way to reset the entire knife collection. First off, you're gonna get 2 cutting boards, and then you're gonna get the 8-inch chef knife, the 8-inch slicing knife, the 7-inch Santoku knife, the 5-inch serrated, the 3.5 paring, which I use a lot for all of my berries, shears that are coming in here, and you're gonna get a guard for every single one of these, and they're beautiful. So we have 2 options that have that iridescent stainless steel blade with either a teal handle or a white handle, and then we have one where the entire knife set is in like a colorway. This is called jewel tones, and this one down here is called the pastels. Now I hope you weren't even looking at the screen and you were just listening to me. $17.95. $17.95, Kelly Diedring, who is Rebecca Wood's best friend.
Yes.
But
Hi.
Name,
yes.
Customer pick,
yeah.
lifetime warranty.
Lifetime warranty.
There's not one reason not to get this.
I can't imagine a reason. I mean, they're beautiful. So, you know, we talk about jewelry in general, but how about a little bit of jewelry for your kitchen? But I will say it is pretty unisex. I get as many guys passing through my kitchen that are stunned by the iridescent knives as I do my lady friends. So I will tell you, if this is a gift for somebody in your life, it's Cuisinart. It's that name that we know, that we love, that we trust. You know, Cuisinart has been around for 50 years. It's sharp, they're sharpened on both sides. I'll talk a little bit about the weight of the knife, because I will tell you, Tina, I am a little bit intimidated by like the very expensive, heavy-duty chef's knives, because they're heavy, right? So for me, a middleweight knife, which is what I would sort of classify this as, with that comfort grip handle here. This is the chef's knife. We're gonna talk about all of them. Remember, you're getting 14 pieces with the sheaths. But if this is a gift for somebody in your life that maybe is just starting out, maybe it's like a housewarming gift or a wedding gift, graduation gift. We've got lots of graduations coming. You know, somebody that's getting a brand new apartment. I would say it's a fabulous starter knife, but it's also a really good knife for the chef friend in your life, because it does have that middle weight, because we are sharpened on both sides, because you're getting that lifetime warranty, and you're getting enough pieces that it's a full, complete set. And for me, I don't keep a knife block in my kitchen because I got the little kids. So for whatever reason, maybe you just don't like clutter. The fact that each one comes with its own sheath, so you can literally throw it in a drawer or put it in a knife drawer, is fabulous to me. So you're getting all of that for basically a $20 bill, which is unheard of, because normally you'd pay $50, $60 per knife for a Cuisinart knife. So I will say grab these before they're gone, because don't you feel like something like this is just gonna be gone?
Well, I will say the review. So this isn't like people spent $17 on this and then came and they were like, oh, this is poo-poo. They were like, oh my gosh, I love these knives, right? Somebody said these clean easy, these cut smoothly, well made. I bought some for myself, came back, bought more for gifts for other people. A workhorse, I don't need to sharpen these. And again, it's all the different sizes. You even have the serrated, you have 2 different cutting boards that you get with this. It really is not just a knife set, it is N+.
And plus, you get the 2 cutting boards. I love the cutting boards. They have the little reservoir, whether you're cutting meat or fruit juice. It's not gonna get out on your counter. I like to go crazy weird with the grape, because you're never gonna cut a grape that thin, okay? But I can, and that's the difference with a Cuisinart knife, right? Sharpened on both sides, that stainless steel. You can see that grape is unbelievably skinny. You could pop that into your eyeball like a contact lens. That's how skinny you can get your grapes. But you might need it for something like garlic, with fried garlic, or if you love to use fresh herbs, the paring knife will blow your mind. I use my paring knife all the time. So whatever knife you use, you know, all the time in the kitchen, you're getting it. We're getting the most popular knives, you know, that's that 5-inch paring. And then you're getting, I love this one here. I'm just gonna trade out and show you, because the iridescence is on each one if you do select that beautiful iridescent, the serrated knife. Okay, so by the way, all of these are sharpenable. If you own a Cuisinart sharpening block, these are sharpenable. I would not sharpen that serrated knife, but you won't need to. It is the best serrated knife I've ever used. So it's a utility blade. You can use it for things with thick skin, like your limes and your lemons, but for me, I use it all the time for my bagels or my croissants. My kids love croissants, but guess what? You don't want to squish them. So when you you have a knife that will literally not give you a single crumb when you slice into that, that's how you know you've really got a fabulous set of knives. And the price point is just, nobody will believe it, so you don't ever have to tell anyone.
Yeah.
Especially if it's a gift and we're giving you that lifetime warranty.
Well, and once the knives kind of get like cool looking, you would assume again, up, you know, in price as well. But I want to remind you what you're getting. Everything comes with the guard that's on there. So you have the 8-inch in the chef, 8-inch in the slicing, 7-inch in the Santoku, the 5-inch serrated, which we're seeing right now, the 3.5 in the paring, shears. Oh my gosh, all the reviewers were talking about the shears. That also, I would pay the $17 just for a good pair of shears and 2 cutting boards that are in here. Like when I was reading the reviews, you would never in a million years backpedal from the reviews and go 17 bucks.
No, you wouldn't. And by the way, I was just at like a store that sells all the kitchenware, like $25 for, you know, just a cutting board alone. And I was thinking about paying it, and I'm like, wait, I have a set of my beautiful Cuisinart cutting boards. They all have the reservoir, getting 2 sizes, the small and the large. I will say, okay, we'll go the shears. I feel like I do neglect those because they are one of my very favorite pieces that come with this collection. But for your herbs, I will say it is fabulous. Just take your herbs, fresh herbs, go over a salad, go into your pasta sauce, whatever it is you're using your shears for. Maybe you've got grandkids and you're still slicing up the grapes. Maybe I take my herbs and I cut up, or excuse me, my shears and I cut up pizza. I love them for pizza. I go all the way across the pizza rather than getting out a knife. So the shears coming included, plus the sheath.
Plus the guard on it.
Yeah, plus the sheath. We haven't talked about the Santoku. I know I say they're all my favorites, but this is one of my favorites. I love a good Santoku, you know, and again, these knives are really good for people that have never, you know, cooked, or maybe they're just starting out, and they're also really great for folks that are good in the kitchen because A, they're very, very sharp, and that's the first thing people are gonna notice is how sharp they are. But, you know, all the colors are beautiful, but that iridescence just really is kind of a talking point,
Well,
I think.
in the iridescent blade, you're gonna pick the handle color. So it's either teal or white, but they both have the iridescent blade. But the ones that you're seeing down in front, that's where it's an all pastel. Oh, the ones that were talking about the jewel tone and the pastel, they said they love that they're different colors because then you can kind of, when you're pulling,
what it's,
they're like color coded. So you're like, oh, that's the Santoku, that's the slicing, that's the chef knife.
Also really great for people that keep a kosher kitchen. You can have the different colors knives, right? So that's fabulous too. A lot of people talk to me about that. You can have the, you know, you can use one set for dairy, one set for meat, that kind of thing.
That's such a great idea. By the way, the one you're using right now, this is about to sell out. So the iridescent with the teal handle, we have about 60 left, and everybody's kind of grabbing them. Think giftables. Think grad is great because a lot of people are going away from their home where there's a knife set and they need their own set. Going somewhere new, this would be perfect for them.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so this is that protein blade or the slicing blade, okay? So you're getting that beautiful 8-inch slicing blade. So imagine, Tina, at Thanksgiving or Christmas time or whatever, you know, Easter, and you're gonna carve the ham or the turkey, and you're like, hey, Uncle Tom, here's the carving knife. And you hand this to them. Honestly, it is a talking point, whether you're male or female. I'll tell you, my father came through and he was like, wow, that's a cool set of knives, and he's a 70-something-year-old grumpy man, and he thought.
Wait, are we talking about your dad?
My dad is yours. My dad. I mean, he knows he's a little grumpy old man.
That's funny.
Love him to death. Not always grumpy, just on occasion, but he does love that iridescence. So I will say, and then you're also getting, of course, that utility blade, which is one of my favorites to slice through your breads or whatever. So you're getting the full set and the cutting boards. So you just wouldn't believe, and the lifetime warranty, we always kind of gloss over that.
I always start with that because I think if I said $17 for a knife set, you would think definitely doesn't come with a warranty. People that already bought it probably hate it. And it's probably a name I've never heard of. Like it really is kind of checking all the boxes. Oh, some of the reviews, when they bought it and it hadn't received yet, they were thinking, I mean, even if these knives aren't that great, it's 17 bucks. Then they get it and use it and they're like, holy cow, these are actually really good knives.
Absolutely
so they had the intention in their brain, like, I'm only throwing down $17, right? So if they're it's okay, right, $17. And then they're pleasantly surprised about how great they are.
Yeah, it's a fabulous set of knives. So just FYI, if you ever see the name Cuisinart on anything, it's gonna be great. I don't think I've ever experienced something with Cuisinarts that I'm like not, you know, overly impressed with. So everything is over-engineered, over-designed. You know, we give that fabulous warranty because we know you're not sending it back. We know it's going to be a really great product when you get it home. And then we went above and beyond just for HSN and said, we'll give you colors. Or we'll give you that beautiful beautiful iridescent. So that's one of the things that I do love.
Let me go over those real quick because yours is about to sell out.
Okay.
So the 2 iridescent blade options, you're picking handle colors. So do you see it on the shears and each one of them in the guards? So this is the iridescent blades with the white handle. The one that's about to sell out is the iridescent with the teal handle. So this set is about to sell out. Turquoise in the handle, iridescent in the blades. This is called the pastel set, but you see how they're all kind of like soft colors and pastel, but they're all different colors. The deeper, richer ones are called jewel tones. So you've got like that beautiful mustard, the red, the purple, the blue, all of them different colors here in the jewel tone. This is appreciation price. We're just about at the end of customer appreciation month, which means these appreciation prices are gonna go away. The 5 flex on everything. What does that make this? If it's 5 flex on everything, I don't know, math. Last time we did this, it was 3 flex the last time you and I did this presentation. So that's $3.59.
I mean, it's a no-brainer. Maybe grab a set for yourself, keep that one, and have one in the gift closet. What a great gift for kind of everybody. If it's somebody you're not sure, you know, a knife set is kind of universal, right? So I did just go right through that avocado pit. I do want to show you, you know, why would you do that? You probably wouldn't do it that way, but it is one of the ways that we can show you the strength and the durability and also the sharpness of the knives, right? So right through an avocado pit with the Santoku. And if you're wondering, you know, which knife should I use for what? You know, the rule of thumb is actually whatever knife you're most comfortable with. And the reason for that is, did you know that the most dangerous thing in your kitchen is a dull knife?
Yeah.
Or a knife that you're not comfortable with. And that's because you're gonna apply pressure. And when we start to apply more pressure than is needed, we start to nick our fingers, or we start to get cuts, or we start to have accidents. And so when you have a really beautiful set of knives that work like they're supposed to, like that Santoku just did, then it's a little bit safer because you don't have to put in the elbow grease. It really just glides right through whatever you're cutting.
That cheese didn't even stick to it.
No, it didn't, and that's the fabulous thing about the Santoku.
I love it, $17.95.
Finish my sandwich.
14 pieces, customer pick, lifetime warranty, name that you already know. Look how perfect that is.
Yeah, I can't go wrong with Cuisinart.
Thank you so much.
All right, we'll see you later.